This is Chevalier de Lascombes 2005 Margaux. Now this is the second label to the great Cru Classé Chateau Lascombes. 2005 monumental vintage course in Bordeaux. Lascombes produced one of their best wines ever. And this wine sells for about half the price of the Lascombes. And it's all from the same vineyards, same exact process for harvesting, winemaking. I'm going to just talk you through the steps that go into making this wine. They harvest the grapes. Usually the Merlot comes in about 2 weeks before the Cabernet. They bring them into the winery. They do a triage, so any grapes that are not up to par, damaged, they get discarded. All those grapes go into the tanks. They do a cold fermentation for about 2 days, 2-3 days. Then they do a regular fermentation. It lasts up to a month, depending. So then you have these fermented wines in the tanks. They then drain those wines off into barrels, but still on the lees. Once they have these wines, they do a blind tasting. So they go through and they taste all these different lots, and they select out the wine that's a little bit more forward, a little softer, and that's what goes into this wine. It's usually about 1/5 of the total production. And instead of putting it into 100% new oak, they put it into 100% one-year-old oak for aging. Now, the blend ends up being a little bit different than the regular wine. This is actually 60% Merlot, 40% Cab. The regular wine is about, I think, like 50 Cab, 40 Merlot, 10% Petit Verdot, something like that. So it's a slightly different blend, and it's a slightly more forward style, but it all comes from that great terroir on the Lascombes property. And it has that wonderful, wonderful Bordeaux nose. You get that that real distinctive pencil lead, and you get some of that really nice leathery character, along with some cassis, black currant. Let's taste it. This is a super rich wine. It's got that wonderful velvety character that you often get from Margaux wines. The tannins are pretty supple for a young wine. And I'm getting more of that sort of pencil shaving, cedary, smoky characteristic. I'm getting some really nice berry notes, cassis, cherry. It's a wonderfully put together wine. It's real forward. It drinks beautifully right now. So while you're waiting for your Lascombes 05s to come around, this is the one that you're going to go to. And price-wise, you're going to do great on this wine. Enjoy.